What's going on, Sagittarius? This is your girl Venus Archangel here. It's looking like you guys are having to make some decisions. I had some hard choices to make here, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get up into this. Welcome back, Sagittarius. If you haven't already, go ahead and check your sun, moon, and rising signs out. Let's go ahead and get up into this, okay? So, the hard decisions, okay? You guys have reached a point in your life where you're having to reflect, to really look back and see the progress that y'all made, okay? This is a point where you see, like, the progress that you've made, okay? And the reason why you're transforming now. This is a very transformative time. You're not going to be the same person that you were last week, the day before next. You know, you're not going to be the person that was you last year, okay? Does that make sense? You're not going to be the same person. So what does this mean? It means that this is a time for you to make a call, right? To make a choice, make a decision, make a, put yourself into a situation where you're having to transform. This is a call to action, right? Because this is a chance for you to, this is a judgment call, right? You've made the decisions and the steps necessary to reach this point in your life. And I think it's had a lot to do with new perspective. Okay, new perspective, new way of thinking, new way of coming up with ideas and seeing who you are now. You guys, we're in Scorpio season. Scorpio's all about transform or die. Okay, Pluto's all about transform or die. That's just like big time. Look, we're not gonna be able to do anything anymore the way we used to because we don't feel like we don't feel like we can. This is a point in our life where we're just gonna be like, hey, this is me now. If I can't do something now, it's because of X, Y, and Z. It's pretty much now, it's requiring you guys to do something, to be this person that you are now, to transform. That's the call to action, pretty much, okay? What do you need to do based off of your circumstances to make you better, okay? It's not easy, and there's really no choice in the matter. It's kind of one of those things. Major arcanas are always one of those weird cards that say, hey, your free will is involved, but we will kind of like throw some shit at you, okay? Now, yes, y'all just saw the devil card, okay? No, don't worry about it. That's not even, I don't even look at the bottom of the deck when I do this. I'm not until I'm done for shuffling, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, this is really where, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Ace of Swords, new perspective. You guys kind of came up with something with a new sort of integrity, something that, a new moral code. And I think this is what you're having to transform into. You're trying to transform and put your integrity into action. You're putting your new thoughts, your new experience, your new way of thinking into this moment now. Because you're transforming with it, y'all. This is all a transformation, okay? Now, I know I just started shuffling before I got into this. Anyway, don't mind me, y'all. Y'all have the Seven of Pentacles crossed by the Strength card, okay? So the heart of your reading is all about, the work that you've done, the efforts that you put in, the fruits of your labor, okay? And I think that you guys have reached a point where you guys are a bit frustrated because you're having to deal with so much, but get so little. And I think it's because right now you're in a spot where you have to figure out what you are worth and like figure out exactly your confidence and your ability to get through a difficult situation. I don't feel like you guys don't have the confidence. I mostly feel like you guys are really struggling with getting to the end of the situation. This Seven of Pentacles, that's not an easy situation to get up into. And it's not a quick conundrum too. Like that, talks about slow energy, big time. Slow. Okay? And you guys are having to use your patience. You guys are like literally wearing down on your patience about how the situation goes. I think this in your relationship, this is a love life reading, okay? I feel like in regards to this, the work you've done has put you in a place where you're trying to figure out where you stretch, pretty much. And what I mean by where you stretch is like, how much of it can you actually take? Can you make it to the end of the cycle? Can you get the fruits of your labor? Because you're tired, you work so hard, and you're not seeing anything come out of it. And I think in this relationship, I think you're trying to figure out if this is worth finishing, if this is worth continuing, if all the work that you put into this was even worth anything. And now, the good thing is, with strength coming up here, is that even though you may not feel like you have the confidence, even though you feel like there's a lot of doubt, like Seven of Pentacles is definitely doubt, right? You like, okay, I put all this crap in here. I don't know if this is really gonna come up to what I'm literally wanting to get to. It's telling you that you do have the strength to get through this. It may be difficult as hell, but you guys got the determination and the patience. You guys have the determination to get through the situation, to get those rewards that you worked so hard to get. And it's telling you, I feel like it's telling you to keep on, because no, you're not going to be the same person. No, this is a very transformative period in your life, and it's one that is going to require a lot of integrity. It's going to require a different side of you that you've given birth to. Okay, this is a new you that's coming into this world, and I really think that you're realizing that your hard work may not be paying off right now, but I think you also are realizing that wherever you're headed, you may not feel like you're ready, but you deep down, you know that you can take this on. You've dealt with so much in this year. I think you've realized a new strength, to be honest with you. I think you've noticed something that's true to yourself, is that you have so much patience and strength for yourself to get to where you need to be, that in this relationship, regardless of where you feel like it's not going to make, you feel like it's not going to make it, you feel like it's just not going to, it's not going to make that spot where you want to be, okay, I'm happy with it. It's going to get there. I think it really is. I think it's like you just need to hold on. Just hold on, stay strong, be more patient, keep doing the best you can, live in the moment, because that's what's going to make time pass. But ultimately, with that little bit of doubt, that just shows you even more that, hey, that's why Judgment's here. Look back. Look how much you've been through. Look how much you went through. You're not the same person as you were then. You probably would have given up a long time ago. But the fact that you're still here, and you're hitting to this point where you're like, oh my God, I've done so much. That's a reward in itself. So you just got to be mindful of that. Be mindful. Okay? Now, in the past, you had the Nine of Pentacles. So you went into this strong. You built some, some security, some support around yourself. You built abundance. Okay? This is what you are worth. This is what you showed yourself, right? So I feel like right now, or in the past here, you really felt confident. Because right now, you're not feeling too confident. You're not feeling like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. That's what's going on right now. But I feel like in the past, you definitely felt that confidence. You felt the determination. You did what you felt like you needed to do. You got the rewards for it. So obviously, the rewards paid off in a way to show you that you were awesome, right? And it's not to say that this situation is saying that you're not awesome. Because you guys are awesome. You guys are Sagittarius. The fact is, though, is that your rewards reflected upon you, so you got something to use as a reason to feel that confidence. So right now you're in a period where you're kind of confused. You don't know which way to go. You have a lot of options to choose from. I think that you built so much, but you haven't really made the step. You've built so much. You've gotten a lot of abundance, right? Okay, in the past. But where it got you to was having to decide which path you're going to take, because it's still murky, right? You still don't know which way to go. You still don't really get like where you're supposed to kind of jump off from. Where are we gonna proceed with this? Okay, all right. And it's because you've been working so hard that you have to keep picking and choosing paths and which way to go. You're at the point where you're like, I'm not sure which one of these is really where I want to be, right? Which path am I going to go? Which desire, which direction am I going to be headed towards to get what I truly want? Because this is at the end of the day, it's about what you want. Okay? Where's your desires in this display of choices here? And I think that your hard work and determination reflected upon you in a good way, right? You felt like you guys were on top of the world. You're getting closer and closer to where you need to be for yourselves. So, hell yeah, you're gonna be like, what the hell? I'm at another roadblock. I have to figure out what I need to do now. With that, like, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull. Like, why do we have the Seven of Cups here? Okay, like, let's just go ahead and get up into this right now. Pulling some cards. Okay. Okay, yeah. You guys are trying to figure out exactly where does your heart lead. You guys are trying to figure that out. Now, why is the Nine of Pentacles come up? Because that's crazy. I feel like in the past, definitely, in your relationships, it showed reward for the efforts that you put in. Now you're having to figure out where you need to go and where your heart truly lies, because you don't really know what you really want anymore. I think that's why Judgment's coming up again too, because you've come up to, you've been through so much this year. Now that you've kind of grown a little bit, gotten some new perspective, you are having to make a new decision or make a new path for yourself, because you don't really know what to do with what you got. Okay. Justice for the Nine of Pentacles in the past. So I feel like, yeah, there was some balance in it that was done. There were some things that really kind of put itself into place to where you feel like you got, you know, you're good. You feel good within yourself. You feel good within your relationship, because you were, you know, your diligence, your efforts reflected in the balance in the relationship. But now you have a lot of choices to make. There's a lot of confusion, right? Or perhaps right now in your present, more so than anything, you're realizing that what you're going after, or what you've been trying to go after, is an illusion. It's just a dream. It's something that you want so much, but you don't believe it exists. Okay? I think you're kind of realizing that, and I don't want to say that because any dream can be pursued. Any dream that you have is yours. I think you're trying to decipher whether what you had decided for what you wanted was something that was real. I think that's why it's becoming murky now, where you're having to figure out exactly what you need to do now, because things have changed. Your vision has changed. Your view has changed. Why has it changed? Because of Judgment. You've been through some stuff. You've been through a series of crap this year, y'all. So your dreams are now, they're not shattered, but they're definitely changing, because you're trying to figure out what is realistic in all of this. What is realistic? What is true? What is right? What is gonna be? What is for you? If that makes sense, okay? You guys are trying to figure out exactly what this relationship leads to. Is this just a fantasy, or is this something that you can truly make, you know, make something happen with? Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords, y'all. I think there was okay, I think you guys had to be clear about what you guys wanted. You guys, okay. The reason why you guys have the Knight of Cups coming up, because I think you guys were very clear about what you guys wanted. You guys were very on point with your truth. You guys knew what you wanted. You guys knew what you guys knew what you felt and what you wanted at that time. And I think you guys were definitely tunnel visioning it for a period of time. But like I said, you guys have reached a period where you just don't know if that's something that can be achieved anymore. Oof. I don't know, man. This is crazy. I don't know. I think you guys are just having to figure out what exactly is real for you. What's real, what's not real, what can be made up, what can be done with the situation at hand, because it's not looking clear to you. Because right here in the future, I feel like there's something that you have to let go of. There's something that you're going to end up losing, that you felt like you've worked so hard to gain. Now, I really don't want to get dark with this either, because, I mean, I hope this is not the case. I honestly, if anything, I hope that, honestly, with this card, it's just saying that maybe you choose a route and you feel like you missed an opportunity, rather than letting go of something that you worked so hard for, or losing something that you worked so hard for because you were working so hard for it. If that makes sense. But I feel like in the future, I don't think you're going to lose it per se. I don't know if this is much of a choice, because the Five of Cups, you don't look like he was happy about losing these cups now, okay? This don't look like he did this on purpose to himself. But I think right here, though, I think that there is something in the past that he's missing. Like, he's missing something. There's something precious that he lost in the future in this card, okay? But the thing here to remember is that there is still a relationship there. There may be something. I think these are just the dreams, the fantasies, the the, you know, the illusion of what you believed that you could gain. And I think that what you realize is that it wasn't realistic. I think in the future, you're going to realize, you're going to notice how much you've changed because you're just throwing away a dream that you realize cannot be pursued. Or perhaps you realize that the choices that you've made to get to your place, to this place now where you're having to decipher what's real to you and what's real for your heart and what's real for your future and what you're putting your hardest efforts into, is something that possibly wasn't really for you in the first place. It wasn't true to how you truly felt. I mean, it could be, like I said, well, honestly, it could have been, but I feel like most importantly, I think it's just, it's not, it doesn't stay, it isn't within your moral code anymore. I don't think that there's something new within with this Seven of Cups, excuse me, that the Five of Cups is showing, like, hey, this wasn't really true. This is no longer true to who you are, and you're having to let go of it. It's going to be mournful, man. That's what it is. I feel like that's what it is. You guys are noticing that this is not within your moral code anymore. This is no longer within your new perspective. You've transformed to something bigger and greater. You're not the same person that you were trying to fight to get that dream for now. You got some more realistic dreams here, because you're noticing that what you're working with right now, it may not even be, you're trying to figure out right now if that's what your moral code is. And I think that's what it's coming down to. Like, you're trying to figure, you're going to let go of some stuff. You're going to have to like let go of some stuff. It doesn't mean you let go of everything, because the dream, the base of the dream, the heart of the dream, the core desire of what you want is still there, as you see. The relationship, the Two of Cups behind him, is still upright. Nothing's spilt, nothing's lost with those. But I think everything surrounding it, it was room for, it was holding up space for something that could truly be filled within the new perspective that you have now. I think that's just what it is. I think that's what it's coming down to. You're trying to figure out now what's for real, what's worth keeping, and what can you let go of to build something new from what you have that is true, that is really along those guidelines, along those, yeah. I don't think you give up. That's great, though. I think that's what I'm saying is definitely telling the truth here, because, I mean, I think you notice what don't work, so you let it go. I think you notice that what your dream was is true to you. The core meaning of it is there. But what's surrounding it, the fantasy and all that other stuff, it's not, I don't think it stands with you anymore. I don't think it works with you anymore. And I think that you may come up to a point where you're like, hey, I can't do what I want to do in this direction. But you're not ready to give up, though. I think that's what happens. So the Five of Cups don't just talk about you losing stuff. It talks about you what you can work with, what you got. How can you move forward from this? Because after that's the Six of Cups, right? Reflection in the past. Lovers. You're not ready to give up on a connection, y'all. The Two of Cups is the lovers. This is a difficult decision, or this is a decision that you have to make within the love of your life, whatever. But there's nothing that you want to give up on. This is something truly you don't want to give up on. You're in a place where it's foggy. You don't know where you're trying to go. You don't know if this relationship even is something that's realistic to you. But there's something that you hold on to from the dream that you had, from all the other stuff that you make, to really figure out exactly what it is that you're not ready to let go of, what you're really trying to push towards the ultimate happily ever after with. Because you still got some love there. There's still a connection here. Okay? Now, the crowning energy is the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords talks about taking a rest, taking a break, meditating, healing. I think this is a situation right now where like I said, you guys are transforming now. You guys are no longer the person that you were. But I do think that you guys have reached a point where you guys need to take some time for yourself. Take a moment to really think and reflect. This is not an easy energy to work with, y'all. In the present, you guys are trying to figure out exactly what you need, or what you figure out what is it along this display case resonates with you, resonates with who you are now, what your passions is. All right. So I think right now you guys are having to, I think the best advice to go forth with this is to really take some time out. Take a break. Relax a little bit. But also really meditate on what you really want. Because this is a lot to decipher from. You guys went through a lot with this entire year. Okay? You went through a lot in this entire year. Okay? You worked hard. But you're not seeing the labor. You're not seeing the fruits of your labor. Why? Because there's a lot of stuff that's changed throughout that entire time you were working. There's something ain't really, something is no longer resonating with you in your goal. So what is it that's going to resonate with you? What is really yours? And the Queen of Swords, since you guys are considered like, this could be someone, and I normally see this, the Queen of Swords is someone that is that is you guys, the viewer, your perspective and how you guys were seeing things in the moment. But I think, honestly, this has a lot to do with someone that could be someone that's an air sign, and a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You guys could have been, offering love to someone that was, that was an air sign. And you guys are trying to figure out exactly what was real within this relationship that you guys have currently with your partner, or trying to figure out what exactly reigns true within this relationship. What part of it was a fantasy and what part of it wasn't. And what part were you willing to kind of take to the future to really build off of? Because there's a connection here, guys. Okay? Now, I pulled the clarifier for the Four of Swords just now. And y'all have, to meditate is to figure out what to expect. Okay, you put in a lot of work. You're building something for yourself. What can you expect from the work that you put in? And I think what you guys have to meditate on is really deciphering what exactly do you really want? What is, out of all of this, do you really want? Okay? Now for your Whispers of Love, you guys have the Union of Hearts, okay? So this says there is a connection of love that defies explanation. There is some love here, y'all. You guys are in love. I don't know what happened. I don't know if this is like, there's some decisions. There's basically some decisions that need to be made. I feel like you guys just have some sort of connection with this person. This really deep connection. And I think you guys are trying to figure out, in regards to the relationship that you guys are in, like, how much of that was real for you? How much of that was fantasy? How much of that was just in the moment, in the feels? And how much it was concrete and real? You're not the same person that started this relationship, obviously. You're not. You're trying to figure out for yourself what made this relationship for you guys feel the way you feel. And how much of it is true for you. Okay? And then Wisdom of the Oracle, y'all have blessed, okay? And this is 22, okay? 22. You guys got a lot of freaking like 2s in here, don't you? No. You have the Lovers, which is a 2 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. I'm just counting here. That's definitely interesting. But watch out for synchronicities too. 22 is probably, just look out for that. You guys are magic, okay? Just trust me on that. Trust me. I may not be able to see any, 2s in here. I mean, you got 4, but other than that, look, just eyes out, keep an eye out. But ultimately, blessed is talking about a situation in your life where you're having to, it's really hard to say because I don't know if you guys are in a good spot right now, but it's saying that where you are now is one that you can prosper from. It may not be the best ideal situation, but in a way you are blessed to have the ability to make decisions, to see where you guys are now, to understand yourself. And honestly, this transformation is a blessing all in itself, because you are no longer that person that would have gone with a dream that probably wouldn't have worked for you in the first place. I think it's a blessing now that you guys can see what you guys can see and be able to make progress from there. I don't know if you guys feel like you can move forward from this, but you guys can. You guys have the diligence, and I don't think you guys are ready to give up on something that you believe is super strong for you. And that's a blessing right there in itself, because with you guys not seeing that in the first place, or you guys just kind of going along with an illusion, I think you guys will be able to really figure out what you guys truly need for yourself. Okay? Alright, Sagittarius. I hope this reading helped. I hope this reading also gave you guys some advice to help you through the month of November. And as always, guys, with love, may love prevail. Good luck. All right, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.